Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the Sfl IVc. Yeah, the Tier 5 German TD, the one that isn't a Stug. In fact, I'm not going to keep on saying Panzer Sfl 4C because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the name correctly, so I'm just going to call this tank not a Stug. It's the other Stug. It's the other Tier 5 the other Tier 5 German TD. But Not a Stug is here on Fjords, and we are a Tier 5 and a Tier 7 game. And other than the fail platoon with the Light 6C, we are bottom tier. So it was really, really nice to get an Ace Tanker in this game. The Not a Stug is a tank I've actually played from stock. I don't play very many tanks from stock, but the stock gun looked pretty good on paper, and in practice it was pretty good. I actually enjoy this tank, and I think it's perfectly playable from stock. It is fast, it has really, really good gun traverse. The stock gun is pretty punchy, rapid firing. You need to have some premium rounds loaded, but other than that it is pretty punchy, and I really do like this tank. It's got great view range, I forgot to mention that, and I'm pretty happy to get an Ace Tanker this early in with the tank, and especially with a stock gun. But here we go, bottom tier, and I'm going to head up to the usual spot I like to go to at E6, but then I changed my mind, and I figure I've got the speed, I've got the view range, I'll probably be able to work the north much, much better. So we're going to speed it up till we get to the top of the hill. Now, I am platooned with Sneaky Badger, and Sneaky Badger is in his French Premium RT, but less said about that the better. And we are just going to head north. We are easily outpacing all the other tanks up here. I was quite amazed at how fast this tank is. I really like the fact it gets around the battlefield. And on the stream, we've started calling this tank the Toaster. So maybe I'll just call it the Toaster instead of not a Stug. Yeah, that'll work better. We're going to call this the Toaster. So we get into position, we've got a side shot in the Tiger, but I fire before being fully aimed in. Now I've got a 75% crew on this, playing it up from stock, and I don't have Sixth Sense, so I take a shot, it goes low, and I pull back, because I have no idea whether or not I've been spotted. But no other incoming fire. And at this point I realize that every tank on the enemy team, bar 2, has been spotted. So I can be a little bit more aggressive. So I move forward. There's a Tiger, but no shots. T-29, no shots. And I'm just hanging here, and I'm waiting for the two tanks that haven't been spotted to suddenly appear to my right, but they don't. Gotta try to find a shot on the AMX, but again, no shots. But there's a Cheeto in the distance. I bounced my first shot, and you can see how fast this gun is. Now, that shot should have gone in, and it hit the Hellcat. So Hellcat has appeared. I shot the Hellcat while he was in stealth, trying to get more shots on the Hellcat, but no joy. So now every enemy tank has now been spotted bar 1, and we can afford to be a lot more aggressive. So no outline on the Cheeto, but it was there in real life. So enemy team are pushing into the town quite aggressively. And I decide to go down and see if I can help this Tiger with the AMX. So I've got a killing shot here on the AMX, but I managed to bounce it. I bounced on the side of an AMX on the kill shot, so Murphy's Law. Hellcat. Aim carefully. And there we go. Let's finish off the Cheeto. And that one went slightly high. And he dies before I can deal with him. But enemy team have progressed aggressively through town. They are now approaching our cap. Sneaky Badger has just died to the Churchill. So need to go and do some work. But first of all, we've got to finish off this Comet. I do not want the Comet at my back. Okay, a little bit more damage. And the enemy team are capping. Now, I mentioned how fast this tank was. That means it's up to me to get back and stop the cap. So I know according to the minimap there's a Stug and a Churchill. I don't have Sixth Sense, so I'm going to keep an eye on those tanks down to my right. Don't know if I've been spotted, but then the Tiger takes a shot at me, so I know I've been spotted. So the Churchill knows I'm coming. He misses. I aim carefully, go for his turret. He puts one in, but look how good the gun traverse is on this. So we put another one in. Notice he's tracked. Another shot in. And blind shot for the kill, so it must be the Stug that's capping. I have no idea why the Stug wasn't facing me, but we managed to bounce, but again, it's the stock gun. We hit the ground in front of him. I finish him off, but he puts one into me, takes out my engine. So T-43 still in town, so just two enemy tanks left, RT and the T-43. We are up to 1,000 damage, but we know a few of our blind shots have gone in. T-43 advances, I pull around, get a snapshot, and then pull behind the house really quickly to get into cover, but there's a gap in the house. Don't know if the T-43 is aware it's there, so I side scrape, get ready for a shot. Put one in. He fails to shoot through the gap. So again, I'm just moving forward, back and forward. And I'm going to track him. So we've tracked him. He can't shoot me. And now we can shoot him at our leisure. So there we go. We are up to 1629 damage, but it's probably closer to 2000 with those blind shots. And just one enemy tank left, so things are looking good. So I'm just going to advance through the middle of the map. I'm sure RT is over at their spawn, but no, RT was really aggressive. I pull around, wait for him to come around the corner, and somehow miss! And he doesn't. So Sneaky's a little bit unhappy with my death, but yeah. Enemy RT is not heading towards our cap. According to the minimap, he is heading back towards the enemy cap. But for some reason, our Tiger decides to leave cap, and our Tiger is going to start hunting RT. So we're going to speed it up. Now, our Tiger decides to take the long way around to kill RT, even though RT was last spotted heading back towards cap. And I'm telling the Tiger to go back. I'm not quite sure how much health the AT-7 has, but he's left the AT-7 to cap alone, and RT was last seen heading in that direction. But nope, one of the slow heavy tanks is going to hunt down RT, and there we go. RT went back to cap where he was last spotted going. Thankfully, our AT-7 had lots of health left, and finishes off the grill. So, we ended up having a pretty good game in the toaster. It was the Ace Tanker, and we eventually will get there. We finished top on XP and did 1847 damage with 4 kills, which wasn't the most damage on the team, but it was pretty impressive considering I was the lowest tier. So a tier 5 and a tier 7 game. We fired 28 shots, 21 hits, and 17 penetrations, but then again, it's the stock gun. It doesn't have the best of pen, but it's rapid firing and the aim time is quite good. Nice amount of damage. We received 3 hits, but even managed to detect 2 enemies. That's how good the view range on this tank is, and managed 737 spotting damage. We made 33,000 credits after costs, which weren't much. Ammo costs next to nothing on this tank. 28 shots fired, and ammo only came to 3,000. We didn't fire any premium shots in that game. We ended up with 1738 XP base with a premium account, and on a ×2, 3,476. So there we go. Ace Tanker on the toaster. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.